Welcome to Undrafted Hockey Fan. I'm Brad. Today we are talking about the LA Kings, who will lose against the Colorado Avalanche. This is the playoff preview, however long it takes. But we're talking about the LA Kings again. This is my prediction. I if you think I'm wrong, put it in the comment box down below. While you're down there, hit like, subscribe. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit the 5 stars. All that stuff. It helps a ton for small creators like me. So, jumping right into this. Actually, let's go over the LA Kings. I want to talk about them and kind of position, because to me, like, this is a team that was kind of had an up and down season. It was like they were below 500. I mean, they were below 500 for a long time this season. And they had a huge injury in Kevin Fiala, which happened at the Olympics. And so you look at a team like this, they fired Jim Hiller, you have DJ Smith in there instead. So the team started to turn around, and clearly they made the playoffs. I mean, I think they're thankful they're not versing it's like, I think they're like, oh yeah, we're not going to verse the Edmonton Oilers again. Sick. Awesome. All right, we're doing instead the Colorado Avalanche. So it's just, it's been brutal, but, they have, they lost Kevin Fiala, their highest paid, forward, and they just reactivated Kuzmenko. So, and of course, it's Anze Kopitar's last year. You want to make the playoffs for a guy like this. And actually, let me just pause. If you're on video, watch this. I'm coming back. I had to put on the LA Kings jersey that I got. My buddy got me this for my kid was being born, and he got it signed for me by Anze Kopitar. He's working at like a show out in LA, and he's like, oh yeah, Anze Kopitar's gonna stop by my booth. Like, do you want anything signed? I was like, yeah. He was like, give me a puck or something like that. That'd be phenomenal. It's his last year. It'd be so exciting. So he goes out and buys me a jersey. I was like, oh, like, holy smokes. Like, yeah, just let me know. I'll pay you back. He gets it signed and everything. So the back is signed. I'll turn around. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyways, back is signed. And so he's like, yeah, here, it's a baby gift for having a kid. So have kids, get presents, I guess. People say it's a loss when it costs you money to have kids. I mean, I'm making money at this point, so we're getting a signed jersey. So this will probably be the last time I wear it, though, because I want to get this thing framed because it is signed. So, but we are going to wear it for a video, so let's get it in there. So, the big acquisition was Panarin, right? We had the huge acquisition was Panarin. The huge trade, and things LA Kings is it, they sell? Do they buy? Yes, they did. So like back in December, they traded Philip Deneau for a second round pick. Like then you trade for Artemi Panarin. You send out Liam Greentree, your number one prospect, who's doing really well over there. Great prospect, very hard hitter, with a third and a fourth round pick as well. Then you trade out Warren Fogle for basically a second round pick, and then you also trade out Corey Perry for a second round pick. So you're sending guys out, but you picked up Panarin. Then you require Lawton for a conditional second round pick, and now it is officially a second round pick. So it's just like they bought and they sold, and I don't, so I think there's some good moves around that they were like, hey, these are like easy bets, right? Even like the Scott Lawton one, it's like, okay, it was for a third round pick, but if they make the playoffs, it's a second round pick. So it's like, oh yeah, we made the second round pick. It's worth the money to spend for that second round pick and everything. So again, they really came out ahead. I think they came out ahead because they got Panarin out of it too. You have some guys that are doing pretty well this year too. Again, Kevin Fiala is the hard part. It's like you don't really want to move a first round pick you don't really want to move a first round pick, because why would you do that for a season that you're missing one of your key players? And Artemi Panarin ended up signing an extension with them too. I think it was 2 years, something like that. We'll just check real quick. It's 2 years. So at $11 million, is crazy. So they're making the playoffs. They have a first, 2 seconds, and a third next year, or this up and coming draft. So like they're not doing bad at all. So, but look at some of the seasons. I mean, Panarin fit right in, 27 points, 26 games. Kopitar, lower half point per game right now. Adrian Kempe, underrated. 73 points in 81 games. Quinn Byfield starting. We still like to see more out of him, but he's 49 points, 79 games. And then it really drops off to that. The third and fourth line just does not put up a ton of points. And so that's kind of the emphasis. Like, I mean, you got some really high-end players. Again, Anze Kopitar is kind of your last line, but he's basically the Patrice Bergeron of the West. You got some young talent there, Alex Laferriere. But to me, it's a good there's some cool pieces, but it's definitely not going to compare to Colorado's, right? And we're talking about Colorado, no injuries in the forward group at all. Looking very stacked. And of course, you had Nathan McKinnon, who just won the Rocket Richard, which is the most goals in the season. He had 53 goals, 127 points, over a point and a half a game. It's just stupid. You have Marty Natchez hits 100 points for the first time in his career. Brock Nelson, great pickup last year. The trade deadline, 65 points in 81 games. By the way, I was wrong. I thought the Nelson pickup was a bad pickup. Pick up someone that old for that big of a price. It's really working out. I think it's a win-win. And really the Avs have to go for it, right? Because they have no draft picks. Because you know why? They made lots of good trades. They made a lot. I mean, again, this isn't a team that did a lot of good trades last year too. We know that last year they changed out both their goaltenders before Christmas. I think it was the first time it's ever been done for a team. So just shows you what they're willing to make the moves to be good now because they have a top 2-star right now in Nathan McKinnon. It's arguable between at the time of the year, it's arguable to say that McKinnon is better than McDavid sometimes, right? It just depends on the caliber, right? The skill is definitely there for McDavid, but the aggressiveness and the hitting ability for McKinnon, it's a coin toss on who you pick. I mean, I think you still go McDavid, but McKinnon's a phenomenal option too because he's gonna hit you a ton. And clearly just won the Rocket Richard, puts up goals too. So one of the ones they picked up is they moved out Sam Girard in the second round pick for Brett Kulak, which I thought was a phenomenal pickup by the Pittsburgh Penguins. And then for Brett Kulak, I mean, he's not really like your point getter in this case, but he really is just a great defenseman. He's going to play some penalty kill and everything. So that helps support the supporting cast, right? And Colorado Sam Girard's been on the block for a while. So it's not surprising. They've been talking about having him be moved and everything for a long time. They move out a 2028 second round pick. So it's a 14-year-old right now. So, and they also free up some cap space. They actually saved $2.25 million, which is again what they're going to need for these up and coming moves. Pick up Nick Blankenberg. That's fine there. They also pick up Nick Waugh from the Toronto Maple Leafs for a first and a fifth round pick. So there's you thinking, okay, when they were going through this, they're like, okay, this is our third line center. And you have McKinnon, Brock Nelson, Nick Waugh. You're like, okay, that's fine. It's okay. But there's this talk around Nick Waugh is not really a third line center. He's a really good fourth line center, really good grinder in this case. And by the way, they get him for this year and next year. You're moving out first round pick for Nick Waugh, really? People were very unhappy about that. But then, of course, the next day, what was stirred around, it was talked about the whole time. And I was saying that Calgary was a seller. I was like, they're not going to do good this year. I know they were trying last year, but I just don't see it. The Calgary Flames trade Nazem Kadri in a fourth round pick to the Colorado Avalanche. I mean, you're setting out a good chunk of pieces at first, a second, a roster player and a prospect. So you're getting a partially retained Nazem Kadri, and 20% of his contract means retained, and then you get him for this year, next 3 years. I mean, and Kadri won the cup with them. So this is your third line center now. So now you're running a McKinnon, Nelson, or Kadri, however you want to do it, and then Nick Waugh. That's a phenomenal center depth. I have them winning the Stanley Cup. So just kind of, I already told you I don't have the LA Kings winning. As much as I love this jersey and Kopitar, it's just not in the cards. So I mean, when you have Nathan McKinnon, even Landeskog coming back and still producing is phenomenal, right? And Nichushkin, I mean, Parker Kelly's looking really good too, and he's still again, you just have so many great players. And then let's run to the defense and since we're on Colorado, we'll just run to the defense. Devontae, Makar, again, they traded for Kulak. Sam Malinsky came out of nowhere. He's 27. He's a UFA, 27 years old. I don't even know where he played last year. I think he played maybe last year with the Colorado Avalanche. But he, again, it feels like he came out of nowhere. He played with Colorado. Was he even unsigned? He's undrafted, right? Where did he even play? I don't even know. Cornell. Played in Cornell, signed with the Avalanche, played in the Eagles, did well. As a 25-year-old, makes the NHL, right? with Colorado. Plays almost season last year and then plays a whole season this year. It's 40 points, almost tripling his point totals, and lands himself a 4-year contract with them. So good for him. Again, surprise. Of course, you have Josh Manson, that trade from a long time ago with the Anaheim Ducks, and Brent Burns, Mr. Iron Man, 41 years old, oldest guy in the league, 35 points in 8 still. I mean, that's phenomenal. I love that for them. So, again, by the way, for the forward groups, who are you choosing over LA or Avalanche? You're picking Avalanche. Let's go every time. Colorado or defense. Let's talk about defense. So you have on LA, you have Mikey Anderson is good, still in his prime. Drew Doughty, older but still useful. Brant Clark has had a breakout year, 40 points in 82 games, looking good. Joel Edmondson, Brian Dumoulin, Cody Ceci. I mean, you pick Avs every time. It's Avs forwards, Avs defense, and this is where you go to the goalies, though. The goalies are really interesting. So when you're looking at them, I mean, Anton Forsberg has had a really good year. He's got a 9.910 save percentage and 2.5 goals against. I mean, played as a backup 36 games. Darcy Kemper didn't do as great this year. I mean, he did fine. Like he's held him up. We're talking about some of their stats, but just not a huge needle mover in that case. When it comes to the Colorado Avalanche, you have Scott Wedgwood and Mackenzie Blackwood. I mean, Wedgwood is a 2 goals against average. Like only letting 2 goals a game is crazy. And 921 save percentage. Blackwood, 2.5 goals in, like 9.04, like great, like just great numbers. I mean, you'd absolutely take that tandem over the LA Kings again. So just, Colorado's winning in every section, right? Even look at some of the stats. Like, so even though the power play is their power play is basically the same, but they're both 26 and 27th in the league. Penalty kill. Avs are 15th, LA's 30th. So even if you get a power play, good luck trying to, or even if good luck trying to kill the power play on that one. Save percentage, Avs are 1, LA is 13th. So they're holding their own, but it's mid, right? If you're 13th, you're some of the worst in the playoffs. Goals against, Avs are number 1. Shots for, goals, Avs are number 1. Like in 5-on-5 goals, they're number 1, and letting the least amount of 5-on-5 goals in, they're number 1. Like it's gonna be tough sledding. I will say, LA is third in fewest 5-on-5 goals. So that is one of the, I'd say, you're not letting a ton of goals in. Your goaltending is looking better, but again, are you gonna be able to, even if you stop the goals, you got to score goals. Hockey's a goal scoring game. So to me, I'm really surprised on how this is gonna go. Like it's just like, how do you stop a monster in the Colorado Avalanche? Now the question really is like, how many games do you have going? Because to me, can LA do it? I mean, you could see their goaltending is okay, right? Like, so you can get some overtime goals if you can stop them. But like, I mean, we all saw Nathan McKinnon at the Olympics, the missed net for Canada, which could have won him the gold medal. And I don't know, like I'm just curious because like you're looking at a team like LA. Again, when it goes to Colorado, like this is their win now time, right? So was LA going to be like, oh yeah, let's go for it this year? I was like, no, not really. Like, and even you have the core pieces around you that you can do it. Like Kempe's, you have signed up long term. Like Byfield's young, Lafreniere's young, but like you have a lot of older pieces around here. And it's like, are these guys going to work out? Like, can you squeeze a little more juice out of some of these younger guys? I mean, can Byfield really break out a little more? He's gonna be 24 over the summer. Like, he's not washed by any means, but I'm not saying nor is he a bust, but you want this guy to work out because he's was he a second overall pick? The second or third? I think second overall pick because it was Alexi Lafreniere, Byfield, Stutzla, Raymond in the 2020 draft. So. And even your defense core, right? Brant Clark's good, but then you have like Doughty's old, like Dumoulin's old, Cece's old. Like, I mean, and your goaltenders. Also, goaltenders are Anton Forsberg, 33. Darcy Kemper's 36. Venus Copley's 34. Like, And again, Kevin Fiala, he's injured. He'll be back next year. But will this team ever be able to stand up on its own? Even against and against not even just the Colorado Avalanche, pick a team. Anaheim's young and looking good. Sharks didn't make the playoffs. They're looking young and good. Avalanche are great. Vegas has done it before, recently. Who would you pick in the Pacific? I mean, Edmonton, you're gonna pick them against Edmonton? No, because the track record is LA's gonna lose. So to me, I'm just curious on the direction. Again, I like this all-in mentality of Colorado because they have a lot of these people are coming back next year. They're signed. They're this is this team. If you're in the West, Colorado's the team to beat. And we've seen it before, with a Tampa or Florida before in the last last 5 years. It's been Tampa or Florida, been the team you have to go through. Colorado is this team that you have to go through, and just look at the Central. I mean, it's unfortunate that Colorado has to verse Dallas or Minnesota, and based on the loss yesterday that Dallas took to Minnesota is brutal because I chose Dallas as beating Minnesota. But I mean, basically, I think even the conference finals, Colorado takes it because if they're going to come out of here, they're going to verse if they can beat either Dallas or Minnesota, whoever they verse the second round, conference, even if it's the Oilers conference finals, it's still going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be Colorado, unless there's a significant injury. But you have Taves, you have Makar, you have Nathan McKinnon, and there's so much good supporting cast around him and everything. So I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit like, subscribe. There's only so much I can rant because I can't really keep talking about a team that is going to just completely dominate them. So I have Avs in 5. A gentleman's sweep. Let's give it that. We'll do gentleman's sweep. I think that Avs are, to me, are like Florida, where there's more value in them winning it at home, right? I think they'll win. I think Avs will win game 1, 2, 3, lose the 4th. So that way, the 5th game, they can play it and they can just go home to their bed. They don't have to win in LA and then fly home. So let me know what your thoughts are. Hit like, subscribe. I love you guys. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.